Shardai, for people out there listening and gonna hear this later, tell them a little bit about who you are and your background.
All right, so my name is Shardai Cousino, and I recently moved out to Washington State near Seattle. And my background is just a little bit all over the place. I do a lot of different things, but primarily it's focused around helping people and helping them on their healing journey, whatever that looks like to them.
What does that look like, by the way?
Oh, oh my goodness. Right now, it's volunteering at a peer support community center. In the past, it's been volunteering at church or
Mm.
volunteering at an after school program, helping out around the family, being like a unpaid therapist, basically. You name it. It has many different hats, but it's the same principles.
You're amazing. And so you've been on your own healing journey as well. So tell people that haven't heard about your story yet, tell them about that.
I have. So I've been on a long healing journey. I was born with a pretty serious health challenge. My skin is very fragile, so it blisters and comes off easily. I do have to wear bandages. I'm usually wrapped on my arms and on my legs from toes to like thighs. Um, and basically, because of my skin being fragile, like I said, it blisters and comes off easily. Um, as a result of this, there are some spots that kind of resemble a third-degree burn. It's not the same, but it looks the same. And there were spots since I've been 13 that have just been present and no signs of healing. And honestly, like I had forgotten what it was like to have healing in certain areas because of that.
Mm.
So it's been a long road. And then a lot of things started to change in 2020.
And tell us about that, because I know ASEA came into your life at that time.
It did. So my friend Robin, she called me and she was like, "Hey, Shardai, like I found this biotech company. They have some really cool products. I think you should try. I think they could really help you." And I'm just listening, really good at that, waiting for the end of the call so I could be like, "Oh, I'm good. Thank you so much for thinking of me, but no." And she said a few different things that really didn't give me an out. I was like, okay, why not? What do I have to lose at this point? One of the things she said was how she had a cut in her eye and she sprayed it in her eye and it helped heal it. And I was like, that's incredible. That's weird. Okay, so I know it's safe to put it on the areas that I was going to try it on. Cool, like check. And then at that time, I needed help with my bandage changes. It's a 4 to 6 hour process twice a week. I had lost my home healthcare nursing that helped me with it. So I was relying on friends and family. And she offered to come over and help me and to also bring the product so that I could try before I buy. Cause like that was huge to me. I'm like, I don't want to spend money on something that could sting or burn because then I'm not going to use it.
Right.
So she brought that over and I will never forget. So I'm getting out of the tub. I have this pretty gnarly area on my right knee and it's just bleeding, right? Like it will not stop. And she sprays the redox on it and it stops bleeding. She gets all excited. She's like, Shardai, it's working. I'm like, is it though? Like, is it? Maybe my blood just clotted. Like, I don't know, Robin. She's like, no, trust me, it's working. You see it all the time. You're not going to notice a difference. Just wait. It's working. I'm like, okay, if you say so. And my wounds at that time were too sensitive to apply the gel topically. So we put it on the bandages. We phoned Danielle Matthews because we had no idea what we were doing. And she walked us through it. So we put on the bandages, put it on the wounds. And that night, I was super itchy. Like it was driving me crazy. So I knew there was something happening underneath because I'm like, this is a good sign. It's driving me crazy, but it's a good sign. So just ride out the wave. 3 days later, I changed my bandages and I actually saw healing take place. And it was mind blowing.
You
I'm
said
like,
3 days?
yes, I know. Cause I'm like, in 3 days, like I can actually see like healthy healing take place. Not just like, because some areas they heal a little bit, but you can tell like it's not a strong sense of healing, so it's easy to like reopen or something like that. Like, but this it was healthy. Like the skin tissue was just different on it. So I'm like, that is so wild to me. So I eagerly awaited for my shipment to arrive, and I started drinking 4 ounces a day of the redox drink, and then using the Renew 28 every time I changed my bandages. And within 3 weeks, I noticed a difference in my energy levels. I was able to be my own caregiver and start doing my own bandage changes, which like I never thought was a possibility. With my health challenge, it's chronic. It from a young age, we're told how it's just going to progressively get worse until fatality, right? So like I didn't ever think that I would be able to just be as independent as I am now, where I can care for myself and not need to rely on anyone. So that was just profound to me. And it encouraged me to do more things, you know, like it just opened so many doors. Like I applied to jobs at the end of 2020 and got my first like full-time job in 2021, was working full-time, going to school online full-time and doing my own bandage changes. Like I just never thought I would be able to do any of those things, like let alone all of those at the same time. You know, the just energy levels and the cognitive function just was not there. But ever since ASEA, like it helps improve that. I feel like it gave me my life back, but more. And then just like the physical healing as well. It's just some places I had open for well over a decade that finally closed. I mean, it's not a cure, you know, like I still have my health challenges. But I know that there's definitely healing whenever trauma does happen. And that's not something that I always had before.
Absolutely. Absolutely awe-inspiring and amazing to hear how, yes, it not only gave healing to you, but I mean, it opened the door to
Oh,
you
yeah.
going to school, getting a job. I mean, all these things that you weren't doing before. So I absolutely love that. It's really changed your life in so many different ways. And you've decided now to, I mean, you've been sharing this now for how long too?
Since July of 2020. So yeah, a
Okay.
little over 2 years.
And what made you decide to share it with other people?
Uh, Honestly, I was kind of hesitant at first because I'm like, I'm not good with talking to people and everything. But like at the end of the day, I feel like it's something that everybody could benefit from. So it's hard not to talk about it, especially when it's like changed my life so drastically. I'm just like, I want to share this with you, please. And it's just whether you're healthy, whether you're facing health challenges, like I know it could be a benefit because what's in it is like what's in us to begin with, you know? So like it can't harm you. So why not
Absolutely.
try it, you know?
Absolutely. And folks, I know this is a Facebook group for curious about redox, but that's what's so cool about this product technology is that it is native to the body. It can't hurt any living thing in any way. And these are the molecules that help heal our body like it's meant to do and strengthen the cell signaling so your cells get the message that they're supposed to of
Mm-hmm.
course then heal the body. And it doesn't matter what the damaged cell is called, that's what they go and find and then let the immune system do its work of healing the body. And so I absolutely love it. The problem is that we start losing them over time past the age of 10. So this is the first time ever you can replenish something you've lost over time. And again, strengthen the body to do what it's meant to do, is healing itself. So, Shardai, where do you see this technology in 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Oh my goodness. I see everyone being aware of it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be on a talk show, if some celebrity is going to be talking about how they love ASEA, then everyone's going to be like, ooh, what's this? And we're like, we've been telling you for the past, you know, like decade. But anyways, glad you're here to the party now. So I just feel like it's something that people are going to be using because I've noticed a difference already where people are going more on a healthy, natural route of healing their bodies in a less invasive way. And like, that's what we do, you know, and it
Yeah.
can help such a myriad of things. Like it's limitless. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And then people that maybe still don't know about ASEA or redox signaling molecules, maybe never tried it, what would you say to them as well?
Just try it. Like make a promise to yourself and like just dedicate yourself to 90 days, like consistently 90 days, because consistency is hard for me. It was a struggle for me at first too, because I'm like, I'm just not used to it. Like, do what you need to do, set an alarm, I don't care, but just try it for 90 days and see what happens. Like, again, it can't hurt you, it can only help you. So why not see it like you're worth it? You're worth the best version of yourself, so give it a try.
Absolutely. Anything else, Shardai, you'd like to say before we wrap this interview up?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shardai. Thank you all for listening and hearing her incredible story. I love you, Shardai. Thank you again for being on, and I hope you have a rest of your wonderful day.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure. I love and miss you so much, and I hope
Me
you're
too.
doing
I
well.
hope to see you
And
soon.
happy holidays coming up.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you as well.
All right,
Bye bye.
bye.